There's a lot of different exercises that you can do off of the tubular steel base. I'm going to show you some things on curls and upright rows, and I'm going to give you several different ways to do them and to make adjustments. Here's a mini band, a light band, and an average band. I could probably change the pressure 10, 15, or 20 different times while using these bands. I'm going to start out, I'm just going to drop the mini band and the average band, slide the curl bar through the light band, and start right here at the top. Pull the chest, stomach in, chest up, curl under the chin and down, up and down, up and down. I will sometimes sit in here and go 10, 15, or 20 repetitions while just working on this simple little curl exercise. Take the band, grab it here, loop it over top. I just increased the pressure. I'll go another 10, maybe 15 repetitions and just absolutely fry the biceps. Throw it on here. Here I go again. This is still lightweight. I can still go 10, 15, or 20 repetitions. Now I can pick up the mini band, slide it through, and I have a pretty good, now I'm changing the load at the top. So part of the mini band really isn't applied, it doesn't even apply at the bottom. As the joint angle improves, now it comes into the picture. So I curl, pull up, now it gets heavier at the top. Pull, curl up. If you reach your hands forward, you'll feel this come. And pull your shoulders back, hands forward, pull up, forward, and down. That comes right up through the biceps and down through the pecs. If I want more pressure again, now I'm going to wrap them both. I just went right through that, the mini band, the light band. I got several wraps in. I got about 4 wraps in the light band now. I have to set my feet, make sure I got a better load now. Bring it up, down under control, up, down under control, up, down under control. Dump off those bands. Pick up the average band, slide it through, different pressure. Take the band, twist it, wrap it, different pressure, pull, pretty good load, pretty good load. Take the light band, throw it on top of this one. Real nice load now, especially at the top. You can get some pretty good work out of that. Now I'll go to the upright rows. I'm just going to leave the average band on here. The adjustments are all the same. You can make them there just by wrapping around this bar. This is what we call an upright row and down under control. Up and down under control. Change the pressure, loop the band through, pick it up, bring it up, and down under control. If I want to get military press out of this, I would pick up the light band, slide it through, bring it up and down under control. Truthfully, I do not prefer this method. You can use the bar, I just flat out don't like it. So I'm going to dump the bar off and go back to what we did with the single band. This is a lot easier to control, so you can work it up and down, work it up and down, take your time, work it up and down, drive it, drive it, drive it, and you have your military press. If you want to do triceps presses, again, you can pick up the bar, turn your back to the band. I have it in the right hand. I start lifting up, catch it with my left hand, kick the elbows straight ahead, and drive up. And now you have a nice triceps press here. Keep the elbows in and drive them straight up. If you rotate the elbows out, you'll get more deltoid and less triceps. So those are just a few lifts there that you can do real quick to help yourself out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, what I did here was I turned the base sideways. I attached 3 bands on each side. I have 2 mini bands, 2 light bands, and 2 average bands. So I can slide the bar through the mini band, set it on the outside edge, so that anyone can do this curl here. Take the bar, set it forward, bring it up and down. If I want more pressure, I wrap the band. So at any age, it really doesn't matter. Everyone can lift. Palms down. Here we go. Upright row. Now, the military press, this is a lot easier to do because I have the band set on both sides. So I take the band here, drop the elbows underneath, and push up. This works outstanding off of using the mini bands. Go behind the neck, set it down here. Drive it up and bring it down. Drive it up and bring it down. If you want to simulate a barbell squat, put the band here, drop the butt back down, and stand up. Again, if you want more pressure, I'm going to pick up the light band, set it on the outside edge, reach across, pick up the other one. This is not complicated once you work with this stuff. Really, it's pretty simple. Step into here, set, chest up, stomach in, pull and under control. Pull and under control. That's a pretty nice load right there. Probably 70, 80 pounds of pressure. Pull and under control. Pull and under control. Upright row. Let that air out. Take it in. That's a good load right there on an upright row. Again, I'm not going to press this one because I can't handle it. I can take it down here. Now I could go to my knees. I could come down here to my knees and change this again on the press activity. So I take it here, drive it up and down under control. Drive it up and down under control. Go behind the neck. So you can work overhead from here or from standing. It just depends how much pressure you're going to take with your bands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A lot of times we get a bunch of bands on here and boy, that looks like a mess. But the way to get them out of there, truthfully, is to flip them all over to the outside. Now, I'm going to grab the mini band on both sides, stretch it, tilt it, and it's out of there. The average band appears to be the next easiest one to get. So I'm going to stretch, tilt, and it's out of there. And here's the light band left. Stretch, tilt, and it's out of there. Setting up, tearing down is really not complicated. Sometimes we make it a little too complicated. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We come down, we say, well, we need a rowing machine. Okay, there's one here. All you do is take the band, slide it on the crossbar extension. Take the other end, slide it on the crossbar extension. Take your feet, I'm going to take my right foot and put it right against the crossbar extension. Take the left foot there. Keep the heel on the floor. I can either take the bar or not take the bar. Right now I'm going to do it without the bar. So my hands are in the middle. I roll my shoulders forward, pull, roll the shoulders back, arch the back, and come back out. So now I have a rowing machine. If I want to use the lift bar, I simply take the bar in, put a little twist in it. Now I just increase the pressure. Take the band, pull into the rib cage and back out. Proper chest carriage absolutely requires that we row. So sit in here, set your feet, pull in and pull the shoulders back. Pull the shoulders back. Knees are slightly bent, that helps to protect your low back. Pull in and back out. Roll your shoulders. Make your chest big. Roll it up. Pull. Proper chest carriage absolutely requires that you pull. So you pull and keep working on pulling those shoulders back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Some people like to do a deadlift and you sit back and say, wow, we don't have any weights. We got it covered here for you, watch. I step onto the board. The bands are hooked, one on each side on the crossbar extension. I slide the lift bar through, put a wrap in it, one palm up, one palm down, set the feet, drop the butt down and stand up, roll the shoulders back and down, drive up and down. If I want this into a hack squat, I simply turn around, one palm down, one palm up, drop the butt down and stand up. Drop the butt down and stand up. There's a lot of different ways to get exercise off of this unit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A lot of times we like to work on our calf muscles, and if we do this, set your board down, take a chair, put it about 1/4 of the way onto the deck. Get yourself a band, doesn't matter what size it is, because you'll work into that. Slide it on here. Now take half of the band here, hold it up. Don't try to do it with both of them. If you need more pressure, put another band on, just like we did on the other lifts. Step over top, leave your feet halfway on the board, halfway on the floor. Drop your butt down, set the band right on your hips, drive up, and put your hands on the chair. This helps to hold the board down. Now, with the stretch in the calf, drive it up and bring it down. Bring it up and bring it down. And all I do is I come on here and I just go to failure. I just stay right here until they won't function anymore. Now what will happen, see right now while I'm doing this, my feet are sneaking to the back, to the edge of the board, so I got to move them forward and then I keep going. If you notice that the arch of your feet are starting to hurt, your toes are too far back. See where my toes are right now? If I keep going up and down here, the arch of my foot's going to hurt. That's why I talked about coming up here, drive up and down, keep your back straight and flat, drive it up and down, and that'll just build your calves. Move forward, just all you got to do is keep pumping, 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 until they won't function anymore, and then all of a sudden you're in pretty good shape on your calves. Now, I'm going to show you how to do a seated toe raise, which isolates the soleus muscle. That was the gastrocnemius there with the legs straight. I'm going to set the chair now here in the front of the board. I'm going to move the board just a little bit. This is here, we're getting into the important part now. Catch a hold of the band. I have both sides of the band. I set my feet halfway on the floor, halfway on the board. My hands are out towards my legs, slightly to the inside. That's important. I'm going to pull up, bend my knees in, start to push them out, and sit down. Now what that does is it puts the band out on my knees and an angle here with the leg. You can, if you sit forward, I'm going to lean forward in the chair, I'm going to hold the band out over the knees. If you put the band back up here on your thighs, you won't have any pressure. Set your feet. Now, lean forward. Again, drive. Here's the soleus muscle. It just jumps right out there. Just push it. Sit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, through 10, 20, 30, 40. It doesn't matter. Move them forward. Keep going. Just go until they won't function anymore. Pound them, pound them, pound them, pound them. That isolates the soleus muscle and stretches the Achilles tendon. This is how we do what we call seated toe raises. The other one was a donkey toe raise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Abduction, adduction exercises. You saw me do them out on the floor. Now I'm going to cover it from a different angle. Let's say that we have a ballet dancer where the feet go all the way out and the band falls off of this crossbar extension. That's exactly what happens, and I learned this. I was in Chicago doing a show. I had the U.S. gymnastics team there, and when the girls' legs went out, the band just slipped off of here. So we have to find a way to cover that up. Take a mini band, loop it under this top part by the crossbar extension, and now no matter how wide they go, the band will not fall off of there. So I'll put one on each side. Now, The key here comes down to when you go ahead to wrap the band around the foot. So I'm going to get on the board. I'll lay back on the board. I'm going to take the band. Now, here's the key. If I take one side and I keep wrapping, right now I took this side here, so this side's looser. Now I'm going to come to the other side, loop it up over the top. This way these kids can bring their leg clear out here and you really don't have a problem. So the band's not going to fall off and they can get the benefit of the equipment. Get them out in here, one on each side. Again, my flexibility's not there. All I'm doing is trying to give you an idea or two here. There's the loop going over to one side. Here's the other one. Get them out into here as wide as they can. Then roll the hips forward and you'll still get a nice stretch out of someone who has tremendous flexibility. Or put the legs up here and stretch easy, because this is heavy duty pressure up into here. Now some of these kids almost go right down to the floor. Get them out into here, stretch them, roll them down, move them around, and you'll get a nice job done in reference to flexibility with the person who has great flexibility. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A lot of times we're looking